What up, guys?
Yeah, what's happening?
Wait, fuck.
Everyone smash the hearts.
Hi, Alika.
That's in
Yeah,
chat.
I can't get any hearts. This is weird. Yeah, what up, guys? Uh, as you guys know, we want to pick it up on our Web3 presence, but we also want to be more transparent and more. Oh, what just happened? Did you do that?
Yeah, I'm trying to be cool. Yeah, yeah, right. I can if someone's talking for a while, I can like zoom in on them and then zoom out like
Right.
that. Right, we'll keep this in. We'll
Yeah.
keep this in. Fuck it, let's carry on.
Sick. Yeah, so we just want to be more proactive in the Web3 presence. Obviously, with our recent development, we've been pushing a lot of Web2, but we also want to keep you guys updated more frequently and as best as we can. So this is our first edition, our first installment of the JellyPod. I don't even know where I came up with that name, but it's genius. It was all me. We got Carlos, Culture, Jack.
Yeah, how's it going?
Sup, Alika?
Sick. Yeah. So, I mean, before we get into like updates, I think it's important as the first one that we go over kind of the background and like where this all started. Could you take us back to Jelly Babies, or actually before that, like when Jack made the best alpha call of his life?
Yeah, Jelly Babies was a project that we invested in. I think Jack Hugh was in there as well, right?
Yeah, I got one as well.
Yeah, so me and Jack minted Jelly Babies for some reason, I don't know. And then we just sat on it for ages. I didn't know Jack at the time, but yeah, we sat on it and then it rugged like most of the projects. But this one was, yeah, I minted quite a few of them and I stayed in the Discord, like looking at the activity and stuff like that. And there was nothing happening, so we just contacted the previous owner. Like we gave him a lot of threats. We said, "Oh, we know where you are. We're gonna come where you are," and all this stuff. And then he basically said he'd hand over the project, and then we took it from there. That's how it started, and it was just random, man. Like we didn't want to derug a project or even like start an NFT project really. But then once it sort of happened, we dropped everything else that we had going on and just focused fully on this.
Right. And when you guys took over, it remained as Jelly Babies. The first collection that you guys came out with was Game Rooms,
Yeah.
right? And then into Rascals. Can you talk about that process and like the things that led up to there?
Yeah, we know that like with NFTs, right? You always need to be delivering something. You always need to be delivering a reason for someone to hold and stay with you. So we did the game with Jelly Babies. We announced staking and a raffle house, which was there pretty much like the first month. We had the staking up, raffle house up, a token jelly, and then we was like, right, what can we do now? And then we did the gamer rooms as a staking multiplier, with the intention of launching Rascals. And then burning gamer rooms, and it was all like there was the reason we came up with gamer room is we moved into a sort of esports branding style of thing, and the gamer rooms was the first sort of move towards that direction. You know what I mean? But yeah, they had utility off the bat, staking multipliers. The rev share system's being built now, which is cool. It's literally being worked on right now, and it did pretty well. Like from the mint, I think it was 50 jelly. Was it 50 or 5? I can't remember. I think was it 5? 5 jelly? Yeah, I don't remember exactly. I think, 5 jelly. And then 1.5 soul for public to mint, if public wanted to do it. And then, yeah, I mean, they've done pretty well. Like from where they are now, they've done pretty well, yeah.
Yeah, and then from there, I guess the next steps that came out was Jelly Dogs, then, right?
Rascals was after game rooms, yeah.
Yeah, Game Rooms, Rascals to after we minted out the Rascals, then we went to Jelly Dogs. What was that like?
Yeah.
I mean, this all happened pretty quickly, right? So like after Rascals minted out, Jelly Dogs came what, like 2, maybe 3 months tops?
Yeah. So the way it works is first after the game rooms we did the Rascals, which was you burnt 2 game rooms to get a Rascal, and then we did the alter ego, right, where you got 2 Rascals. So for every Rascal you had, you got to mint another one for free. It was for free, right? The second Rascal. I can't. It was. Or was it
I mean,
X?
it was in Jelly, so yeah.
It was in jelly.
Jelly,
Yeah. It was
jelly, yeah.
just jelly. Yeah.
If you got in early enough with the first one burn with the two game rooms, the jelly and the gamer rooms. Like you were very adamant on like, hey, you have this amount of time to stake for this amount of jelly, and if you do, you're gonna get a free rascal.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, so if you was there at the start when it all happened, there was a bit of leeway as well from like marketing perspective. If you were there, we said stake, and within that period, you'll get enough jelly to get a second rascal for free.
It was 10 jelly as well.
Yeah. You got 10 jelly a day for one rascal, and then when it's split, you got five for each. So yeah, there was just like ample time to get it, which was cool. And then you got that second rascal, so we doubled the collection size there. And then the dogs were free, totally free. You didn't need jelly, you didn't need anything at all. It was totally free mint. There you go. If you hold a rascal, you're guaranteed to get one. And that was to expand the community, because instead of 6,000, there's 10,000 dogs. So we expanded the community that way. Plus, we incentivized our holders to sell their dogs to expand the community. The reason being, the reason we launched the dogs is because it's important to have smaller holders, right? People that have not got $2,000 or whatever a rascal costs to invest. Because these are the guys that are going to raid to earn. These are the guys that are going to be participating in all the community events and stuff like that. But primarily, the community for us is our marketing arm. It's a form of marketing. We announce something, everyone raids it, everyone talks about it, everyone tells their friends, family, all that stuff. That's what the community is there for. Plus, we pull people out of the community that we identify as like valuable members of the team, which is pretty much how we've got everyone, right? I think everyone in this call right now is somebody that was part of our community. And we said, yeah, we want you on the team. Culture, Jack, Jellico, you was all in the same process, right? And that's...
Nah, I think I'm the only one who wasn't there.
You were?
I came the day that you derugged it, obviously, I remember you messaged me just going, yo, any idea how to untangle wallets and shit? And I was like, yeah, kind of, but like, I don't know. And then we went through it and then obviously got most of it done. And then you...
Am I rugging?
Right?
No, it's
No.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
It's a mirror.
Yeah, you're all right now.
Clip that.
You're all right now. So I'm surprised it's not me.
Yeah, I know.
It's usually me.
Yeah, and then you were just like, can you sort of Discord out, because there's fucking like 30 people in there and it's a bag of shit. And I was like, yeah, I can do. And then just fucking never left, basically.
Yeah.
Just like, you were just like, yeah, I know what you're about. Like, you do community manager stuff. I was like, yeah, sounds. And then obviously it's just gone on from there. So yeah, it's cool being involved from day one. Like the day you took over was fucking just watching everything grow and understanding like how, you're very successful in the Web 2 world with the stuff that you've accomplished.
Nice.
There he goes again.
Love it.
Accomplished, and you're bringing that into Web 3, and it's good how you're making it all work. Yeah.
Let me just check my fucking connection.
Is it VPN? You might have VPN on. Right. Good start. But yeah, no, it's been a fucking journey, man. It's been a proper journey from where we started to where we are now, and it feels like for us, I think all of us can sort of agree that we're only just getting started. You know what I mean? It's not like we've got to this point now and we're like, right, we're at the top, we've smashed it kind of thing. We know we still got to improve. We know we still got to learn stuff and get better. You know what I mean? And I think that this is the very, very start of our journey still, yeah. The businesses that we're setting up, they're going to be here forever. Like it's legit businesses that will be operating with or without NFTs, with or without Solana. The businesses that we're setting up will be making millions and millions for our community, yeah. So for us as a team, this is just the start, man. It is. And
I guess with that, talking about how we can go in so many different lanes, may it be Web 2 or Web 3. Could you talk about the rebranding before we talk about like everything that's under that umbrella?
Yeah, like when we took over the project originally, right? It was because we had no plan. It's not like we went into it and went, we're starting an NFT project, and then we had all this time to do it. When I messaged the guy in Discord saying, we know where you are, give me everything, or we're going to come get you in your location and stuff, which was I was just trolling. Like, it was not serious. Like, I didn't want to sort of take over an NFT project. People asked me to take over NFT projects in the past, and I've always said no. Culture's here twice. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Wait there.
Yeah,
Where is it?
Oh, yeah.
Is that one?
Again.
Is that you, Culture?
Yeah, I'm here, yeah.
Yeah. I can see his signals dropping out on the side. I don't know if you can hear us all right. But yeah, so like there was no intention of taking over an NFT project, right? It was all just, it fell on our lap, and then it's like, right, what do we do? And the first idea we had, the main idea was esports. Let's build an esports organization. Let's do this. Let's rebrand to Jelly Esports. And then over time, as we was pivoting around, as you have to in this space for sure, man. If you see opportunity, not even just in this space, in any walk of life, if you see opportunity, you jump on it, right? And we saw that in multiple different directions. And then the esports thing kind of didn't make sense. It made sense because that's still a direction we're going, but we're way bigger than just like Jelly Esports, you know what I mean? That's Jelly Esports is essentially now just a branch off Jellico, which is the new brand. So the idea is now that we have this rebrand and it's Jellico. We've found the logo, by the way. It's probably not going to be out by the time this podcast is out. But we've got the logo, everything's being prepared in the background. We decided it as a team and stuff like that, and community. We've got a council of people together. But the logo is just the logo. The name Jellico, Jelly Company, now allows us to pivot in any direction we want because anything now makes sense. Under Jelly Esports, people are like, why are you doing gambling? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing so much? You know what I mean? You're Jelly Esports. Why are you not focusing on esports? And the answer to that question is we want to make money, as much money as possible in any direction we can. And I think with the rebrand, that allows us to do that and allows it to sort of make sense and not confuse people, you know?
Absolutely. Well, with that being said, I guess the first, what came first? Was it Jelly Drop or cosmetics? It was Jelly Drop, right?
Yeah, I think the first, like we obviously did stake in. We did the launch of Soul Suite a while ago. We had
The standards, though.
yeah, all the basic stuff, yeah, that we don't really need to like sort of address. Like, oh yeah, we've got staking. Like, what you can do is this and that. Everyone knows what staking is, right? So yeah, the first major product that we launched, I'd say, was Jelly Drop, right? It was. Jelly Drop was the first. Look at this. Look at that transition. Look at that. It says Jelly Drop on the screen. Oh, look, see what I just did. Yeah, I don't know if you want to talk about Jelly Drop, Jack.
Yeah, man, Jelly Drop's pretty sick. It's obviously like a fully on-chain kind of box game, right, where you can win different prizes. You can obviously spin in both Solana and Jelly. So I guess Rascal holders play for free. They do get free spins as well, one free spin per day for each Rascal that you hold. But I guess in theory you play for free if you're playing in Jelly, right? Because you buy a Rascal, you stake it, and you spin some boxes. But there's some sick things to win. I don't know off the top of my head, but like there's some sick designer stuff. Like we've got like there's some LV bags inside there. What's the most expensive thing there right now? Is that Seamaster watch? Is that what it is?
Yeah, the Rolex. I think it's like 1,000 something Sol, which is crazy.
Yeah, so like you can spin these boxes. It's sick, man. And as you say, like Jelly Drop is one of the first things that like major things that we launched. And every single week, nearly every single week since then, there's been updates on the site. You know what I mean? So from where it is now comparing to what it was at the start, it's almost a night and day difference, and it's going to keep getting better and better. But it's just a fun DJing game. And I don't know if you want to talk a little bit more about, because we're going to be transitioning into, the PvP battles that we're going to be bringing in, which is going to make it a lot more exciting for people to go on and, play with their friends, or just even for streams and stuff and play like that. So I think that's going to be like really, really big for Jelly Drop, is getting in that PvP aspect of it. Because right now you can play Jelly Popper, right? But it's not as exciting as playing, your friend or just another person. And for anyone who doesn't know what the battles are, it's just you kind of go up against each other, and then whoever makes you can do a certain amount of rounds. So you could do like 2 rounds, 4 rounds, 5 rounds. Basically, whoever has the most takes everything. So you can do it against your friends, you can do it against random people. But yeah, Carlos, I don't know if you want to kind of talk about, a little bit about Jelly Drop and the PvP aspect of it, I guess, which is coming soon.
Yeah, man. So I think that it was us flexing our muscles in a sense, right, with Jelly Drop, whereas like most of the stuff that you see on Solana is not even on Solana. It's just like branded as being on Solana, whereas Jelly Drop is fully on chain. Like literally every mechanic, you can go into your wallet. When you do a transaction, if you click on the transaction and see the instructions, if you see how much code is built into that one transaction, it's crazy. Like all the different stuff that goes on within that one transaction. So it was us sort of saying like, this is what we're capable of. We're on Solana and we can build on Solana. That's why it don't make sense for us to move to any other chains, regardless of offers and all that stuff. Like for Jelly, building on Solana is one of the best networks to build on, because when we're doing all this testing in the background, which we do a lot of, it's essentially, it costs us like a few $1,000s as opposed to a few $1 million if you're testing on other chains. You know what I mean? But yeah, like as Jack said there, the Jelly Drop, it's only just getting started. We launched it from where it very first started, like you'd say like the alpha version of it. It's got way better already. Like we can only test things in-house to an extent until we launch it, and then we see what the real problems are, or the real bugs, or all this kind of stuff, exploits, all that. We find all that by launching it. That's the way we operate. If we carried on building in the background and never launched it until it got perfect, we'd never launch it, because we wouldn't be able to know if it's perfect or not. So yeah, like for me, Jelly Drop, the vision that we have for Jelly Drop is it's going to be the #1 degen house on Solana, wallet integrated degen house, not a casino. This is you connect your Phantom wallet, you see your balance, and then you can play directly out of there and withdraw from the site directly into there. You know, PvP battles is massive. It's going to be that's the game changer for Jelly Drop. Once that launches, the PvP battles, as Jack said, it's a lot more fun. You can sit there in a Discord call, you and your friends, come on, let's have a battle on Jelly Drop, and then winner takes all. It's much better than going against somebody that you don't know. Like, what you're gonna do? Like, oh, I just beat you, Jelly Drop, Jelly Papa, I just beat you. There's not like you got no one to piss off. You know what I mean? Whereas like these PvP battles are huge. Right now, the state of Jelly Drop for me, in its state right now, is we're building all the tools on it. Like you can see the top 10 wins, you can now see replays, all this stuff. You can see it. We're building it and we're just sticking it on the site, so you've got access to it. But in terms of a UI perspective, it's not done. Like we're adding all these features now, and then we're rebranding Jelly Drop and building the UI to make it insane. You know what I mean? So we're adding all the little features now, and then once it's all there, once we're happy with the battles and all of the features that are being added, we're going to rebrand and stick it all together so it looks like an amazing place to play. You know what I mean? With the live chat, with the link in your profile, your name will show instead of your wallet name. You'll have your NFT as your profile picture. Like all of this stuff, it just makes it a much nicer place to play. You know what I mean? But I'd say for the position that it's in now, and the fact that it's all built on chain, it is literally like revolutionary technology that we've built, that our devs have built. I'm not going to say I built it, you know what I mean? The devs that built it, we gave them instructions, they built it. And yeah, man, like it's insane. These sites where you deposit, you know, when you go on and you deposit from your wallet into that wallet, you basically deposit in, and then it's moving a number across, and it's a Web2 website that's not even built on chain. You know what I mean? Whereas Jelly Drop, it's like totally fully on chain.
Fully on chain,
yeah.
And with that, how we're always making improvements to Jelly Drop, right? The battles are coming. We're also going to be adding in a few degen games very soon, right? I think the first one's going to be from Hydra, their DTM machine.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk about that and like why that's a good idea to just do more?
Yeah. So Jelly Drop's the main game. I think Jelly Drop's going to be the one that everyone will want to play eventually because of the way it is. However, we want to cater to everybody, right? If you want mass adoption on anything, like you need to cater to as many people as possible. That's why if you look throughout our projects, like cosmetics, Rascals, all different styles. So we're catering to more and more people. We always said there'll be a Rascal for everyone. Now in this sense, in Jelly Drop sense, there'll always be a game mode for someone, you know what I mean? There'll always be a game mode that someone wants to go and play on. So without sounding Machiavellian or without trying to sound or vindictive in any way, we want to monopolize the space. It's all about market share, and I feel like if we've got more and more people to play on, or more and more game modes for people to play on, more and more people will play on there, you know what I mean? For sure.
Yeah, and I think the important part about that, as well as, basically everything we do, is that the things that we're doing isn't just benefiting our holders, right? It's benefiting the ecosystem, and some parts it's just benefiting like NFTs and crypto in general, like gambles, right? Like that's huge for crypto. That's not just for Solana or just for us. But yeah, so after Jelly Drop came out, came the cosmetics, and that all started with Infected Rascals, which was just art, right?
Yeah. Like going back to what you said there about like not benefiting our or not just for our holders, and that's true, right? With Jelly Drop, it's not essentially it's not even for our holders. We our holders can just play with Jelly, they can spin in Jelly, and it's a use case for the token. It's for bringing money into our product, into our project, into our companies. You know what I mean? And in turn, giving it back to our holders, as everyone sees that we do. That's what it's for. So any money that comes in, the idea is we're going to buy Jelly with it. So any Solana that we receive from Jelly Drop, it's non-profit for us. It just goes all back into buying Jelly. But yeah, with the cosmetics, we touched on it before. We know that when we launched Rascals, we were inexperienced in regards to art, NFTs. I'm not an artist. I'm not like I don't collect art or anything like that. In a sense, I didn't even collect NFTs that much. I just minted them for a laugh. And based on that inexperience, we made a few mistakes with Rascal art. We put too many traits in there, too many contradicting traits where like popping eyes and halos and all this shit. Like there was loads of stuff going on that didn't make sense. There was traits that looking back at it, we shouldn't have added, like the popping eyes. They shouldn't have been in there, like the eyes that spin around and all this stuff. Like they shouldn't have been in the traits. Now we understand that an NFT, if we want it to be adopted and people to like it as an art piece, it needs to represent someone's personality. Who wants to be represented as a guy that's got like two popping eyes out, or do you know what I mean? So to fix that, we added a utility to Jelly, which is cool. It's a use case for Jelly, and it's massive. Like it's burning thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of Jelly every week, which is huge. And people can now pick an art piece that's been handmade by us. We get the traits, we put them all together, or we make one pieces, and they all have a personality. They all make sense. They all look cool. They're all unique. So yeah, long term, it's every Rascal is going to be banging. Like in my opinion, every Rascal will have a feel to it that someone will be able to resonate with and say, yeah, that I like that one. You know what I mean? That suits my personality. We've got females, again, 1/1s, and different styles of Rascals. Like right now, we've just launched the Anarchy Rascals, which are like weapons and stuff, and like they look naughty. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Like long-term Rascals, every single Rascal will look amazing. And from the mistakes that we made, we're rectifying them this way because we want Rascals to be #1 collection, right? I don't feel that the current art, if we left it what it was, it's not worthy to be #1. You know what I mean? For sure. Some people would pay like 50, 60 sol above floor before when cosmetics weren't a thing, just so they didn't have to get this one that was on the floor that had popping eyes and all this. They'd buy a common that was like 50 sol more and buy it, you know what I mean? Whereas this allows them to pick up a floor Rascal and stick a cosmetic on it for a certain amount of Jelly.
And then can you talk about how people can obtain the cosmetics besides the infected rascals, which is a collection on top of ME that got airdropped to everybody. The new cosmetics like the Rascals, the Anarchy, the Goat collection. How do people get one of those?
They just have to stake the Rascal. So you stake your Rascal, we put it in we built a store. Again, the technology that the devs have built with this is, I don't think it's been seen before. I've never seen anything where you can tie two NFTs together, that art changes, you can remove it off, the art changes back. Like the technology behind it is pretty cool. I don't know if you guys have seen that anywhere on any other collections.
I don't think so.
Nah, usually it's just a metadata change, right? And it just changes that one trait on the metadata and then that's it, you're stuck with it. Whereas this one, you can tie two NFTs together and sell it as a package kind of thing, which is cool on Magic Eden, on different markets. But yeah, that's how it works. So we've got a store where you go and buy the cosmetics for Jelly. Right now, they're sitting at like 4,000 or 5,000 Jelly. And then you buy it, you go to the other side, which is the combiner, and you combine both NFTs together. And then the art will change on the one that the original Rascal, the art will change to the cosmetic that you've attached. And then again, if you remove it off, it'll change back and you'll have both NFTs as separate pieces. And you can resell it. You can.
Yep.
Yeah, and with, I feel like there's already a lot of cosmetics out there. I mean, Infected Rascals, Rascals, the Anarchy collection, and the Goats. That's already 4 different type of collections as cosmetics. I feel like there's been some thoughts about Wait, so you guys are just gonna continuously make different collections? You guys just aren't gonna stop? Can you talk? Can you touch up on why we can make more collections infinitely, and why it's not a bad idea for the project?
Yeah. So right now you burn two infected rascals for one rascal, right? That's one cosmetic. So you burn two infected rascals and jelly to get this cosmetic. That's how it works. So the way it's going to work once the infected rascals have gone out of circulation or that you've been priced out or no one's selling them or whatever, you will burn cosmetics to get a new cosmetic. So that'll allow it to uh, the supply not to go too crazy. You know what I mean? And then when you burn this cosmetic, it'll be gone. It'll just be gone, and then or we can stick it back in the cosmetic store, and you'll have to just someone else can buy it. You know what I mean? If it's a good one, like, and they have to use their cosmetic to buy this one. So that's why we can. That's one way of doing it. The other way is there's going to be no utility to these cosmetics at all, other than it's just an art piece. It's just a way that you can represent yourself in the space. Obviously, copy pasting profile pictures is frowned upon, so this will be something that you own yourself. It's yours. You have authority to do whatever you want with it. Long term, it'll be like potentially playable characters in games, avatars on the gambles, avatars on Jelly Drop, all that stuff. So have that as your profile picture as it's linked directly out your wallet. You know what I mean? So there's that. But the reasoning as well, like the flip side of the reasoning is art gets boring. Like no matter how good it is, no matter how hyped it is at any given time, eventually another project will come out that has this new insane art that's like, oh, I want to look like that or whatever, and you'll just get replaced. You know what I mean? You'll just be like Buzz Lightyear comes into the room and Woody gets thrown into the cupboard. You know what I mean? No matter how much Andy loved him, he was still put to one side, kind of thing. And that's the same with any art piece, man. It's especially in the NFT space where there's all this new art coming all the time. With Rascals, it's going to be fresh. It's going to just keep upgrading, evolving. Who knows? Like there might even be different stances. There might be different artists working on it, which there already is. But there's loads of direction we can take it without having to dilute or without having to provide new utility and new use case for all these different collections that are coming out. You know what I mean? Like you see all these airdrops, like that some collections do. Like, yeah, we're airdropping this, and then it turns out that all of those airdrops do fuck all. You know what I mean? It's just a way for, I don't know, like I don't even know why they do it. Maybe just to maintain hype. But now with all these airdrops, they need to come to some sort of solution and to provide utility for that. You know what I mean? Like, why have I got this? What's the point in this? And I think with cosmetics, we don't have to do anything. We just launch the art. There it is. It is what it is. It's a cosmetic. It's aesthetic for your rascal. So yeah, it's just a cool way of keeping it engaging, fresh, and I think it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Sick. And then after, yeah, so Jelly Drop, cosmetics, and then super exciting gambles. Just recently dropped what? Not even maybe we just hit a month mark, if that.
Yeah, it's coming close to a month now. Jack, you wanna go over gambles, mate? You sat there looking pretty.
Yeah, so it's been pretty anticipated. For the last maybe 6 months as we've been building it. But yeah, it's our fully licensed crypto casino. As I say, Carlos, how long have you been building it? Like 6-7 months, maybe even more?
Nah, more. For the idea stemmed from like before we even got into NFTs. It was from when we were streaming. So it's over a year.
Yeah, it's a casino. If you haven't seen it, gambles.com, cheeky plug. But yeah, sick, man. Obviously, the long-term goal for Gambles is to compete with the likes of Rollbit and Stake, who are obviously like the top crypto casinos right now. And everything we're doing in terms of building out the casino, getting all the licenses that we need, like marketing it, everything we're doing is aiming for that top level. We're not trying to compete with the small dogs on Solana or anything. We're really aiming for the top. And everything that we do, like the rewards we offer, the benefits by holding the NFT. Obviously, soon we'll have Jelly, so Rascal holders in theory can just play on the casino for free. They buy the Rascal, they stake their Rascal, and soon you're going to be able to deposit directly onto the site with Jelly, with benefits, of course, over something like Solana or Ethereum or something like that. And yeah, you basically just pay for free. So the entire goal is that if we offer these benefits and offer these incentives to deposit with Jelly rather than Solana or Ethereum or Litecoin or whatever, it's like, why wouldn't you go to Famous Fox or Jupiter or whatever your exchange, buy Jelly, and then just directly place it on Gambles, because you get bonuses and you basically get more money than you would playing with Sol. So the whole point is that this is just going to be one element, one of the many things that we do that is going to create a lot of buying pressure for Jelly, and it's probably going to be the main source of buying pressure from Jelly, I would say, over time. But yeah, it's like, why play in anything else if you can go play in Jelly? And then, you know, obviously some people will be like, you know, why not have a Rascal so I can just play on the site for free? And the Rascals, there's even way more benefits than just staking for Jelly and on the site. You're going to be able to stake them on Gambles itself. And if there's any degens out there, which I know is quite a large population of them out there, you're going to be able to get rakeback rewards for that. So obviously we've got different tiers on the NFT. So you got common ranging all the way up to mythics. The higher rarity, of course, you're going to get more rakeback on the site. But you're going to be able to just put them on, get rakeback. And for those that don't know, basically, it's just you get money back for when you spend money in the casino. So I don't know if you want to explain that bit, Carlos, just for on rakeback, but just for anyone that may maybe not understand.
Yeah, so rakeback works as a percentage of the house edge back in your pocket kind of thing. It goes back into your account. So let's say you bet, I don't know, $1 million, which some people do daily, 2, 3, 4 million a day. They can get back up to, with Rascals, up to 30% of the house edge back. And the house edge is somewhere, it varies on different games, but let's say like 5%, something like that is the house edge. So you can be getting back thousands and thousands of dollars a day just in rakeback. And the utility that provides, there's already use cases out there for it. There's already or case studies out there for it, right? This is not innovation. It's not something we've done. We've just brought it to Solana. And the project that was doing it, they had 30% rate back for their highest tiers, and they were selling from anywhere between $200,000 and $75,000, $200,000 to $75,000. Like I sniped one at like that price kind of thing, and with those NFTs, the ones I'm talking about, all they offer is that. Whereas with Rascals, you get way more, the token, all of this stuff. There's way more to it. So there's going to be way more demand. There's a smaller supply. So I think those numbers mentioned there are very conservative, and especially with the community we've already built. We've got people that have got no interest in gambling in our community, but they hold their Rascals for various different things. Maybe they want to hold it long term to get that value, right? There'll be Rascals that people won't be selling because they can loan them. Like that's what we're introducing, a loan system on Gambles where you can loan your NFT to a big guy that's gambling, and then you get a percentage of that rake back. So yeah, there's loads of cool ways for Rascals and Gambles to be integrated really nice. We're waiting for the turnkey license before all of that can come to fruition, but just know it's happening. It's not something where we're just talking. I think people are very clear that we don't just talk, like we are doers, not sayers kind of thing. And yeah, it's exciting, man, for Gambles. It's already way ahead of what we expected it to be. We've got amazing streamers already on board, myself and Jack. I don't know. Culture, are you there, mate?
I don't think he is.
He ain't. All right.
Nice.
Let me. I can drop him off. There we go. Yeah. So we've got some amazing streamers already getting the name out there. There's already like crazy news articles like Yahoo Finance. There's been crazy, like multiple different like massive sites that have publicized or like what's it called? Like, yeah, is it publicized? Is that the yeah, like Gambles and myself and Jelly and all this stuff is all in these articles, and we're getting a lot of traction from that, man. We can see where the people are coming from, right? And a lot of it is coming from these articles. We're not here to compete against Solana NFTs. We're not here to link Phantom wallets in there so you can deposit in connect your Phantom wallet and play that way. This is about competing with as Jack said, the biggest casinos in the world. And I think with the direction we're taking this and the amount of money that we're putting into it to make sure it works, it's pretty much, for me, there's no guarantees in life, but this is one of the closest things you'll get to it, like kind of thing. Like 100%. We're all degens. We all know what makes what tickles fucking the fancy of these gamblers. We know what's required. We know that the UI UX is important. We know everything about casinos and gambling and all this stuff. So it's like for degens by degens. You know what I mean? We're proper fucking degens, and we'll take this to the very top. We'll be top 3, in my opinion. I think 12 months from now, we'll be considered as like maybe top 5, top 3 crypto casinos in the world. And at that point, we're making millions of dollars a week. Yeah, and 100%, man. With our marketing strategy, with the amount of money we've put into it and how serious we're taking it. Like, we didn't need to get this other license. We didn't. We could have just kept it the way it is with the games that are there and the limits that are there and all the restrictions that we've got now. We could have kept it like that and just carried on going and still made millions yearly or whatever. But we want to take this to the top, man. We want it to be like, you've got Stake sponsoring Everton. Why can't Gambles be sponsoring Leicester? Why can't Gambles be in the next UFC ring? You know what I mean? What's to stop it? So yeah, Gambles is gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's basically all we have publicly announced. Oh, actually, no. We didn't even cover Monet yet. That's huge.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. So Monet is it's a raffle site. I just want to make this like these podcasts for anyone that's listening. Right, this is not how they're usually going to be. This is just a summary of everything we've done so far. How this is usually going to be, it's going to be a weekly podcast of us just talking about what's happened that week. That's it. We don't need to cover everything like this, but this is just a summary of everything because I know a few people get lost and they can't attend Twitter Spaces and whatnot. So yeah, next time it'll be more condensed into what did we do this week kind of thing, and we'll have a bit of laugh and all that stuff. But yeah, Monet is a raffle site. It was built by the Stoned Ape crew. We were building pretty much exactly the same thing with people that know. It was Jellico who was building. If you saw our notes on Jellico and then you looked at Monet, you would have thought it was the same thing. You know what I mean? It was, yeah, a lot of the features got integrated that we saw a gap in the market. This is what we do. We see gaps in the market and we fill them. That's the goal. And the gap in the market, the raffle site that's the number one raffle site on Solana right now, had its flaws. It doesn't have things that it should have and all this stuff. And then, yeah, we were building it and then Monet popped up and we decided to buy a portion of Monet because it just made sense. There was no point competing with Monet because there's no longer a gap, you know what I mean? All we're doing then is diluting and fighting against a project that I love. Like I love Stoned Ape. I think they get tarnished with the weed meta type of stuff, but they're not, man. They're proper builders. Like they build really good utilities, not just Monet, their merch store. They sort of innovated like retreats and stuff like this where you send your NFT off and it does some weird shit and then comes back and you get 2 NFTs and all that stuff. Like they was innovating, man. And people that have been around long enough know that Stoned Ape, they're not just a bunch of stoners that do nothing and just chill out, you know what I mean? These are guys that are actively building and trying to find solutions. Payleaf, man. Payleaf's going to be fucking huge. Yep. But yeah, with Monet, it's a raffle site. And I believe right now it's the best raffle site on Solana. We own a portion of it. Our holders get benefits from it already. You get discounts for hosting raffles and stuff like that if you hold a Rascal. We obviously make money out of it, and that money that we make will go back into our project. There's no money to be made right now. Like any money that's being made with Monet is going into further development because it's not just a raffle site. It's going to be a community hub where there's multiple different stuff going on, the whitelists, all this stuff in that one place. So there is a lot more development to come. I'm extremely bullish on the direction that we're taking it now. Is we're taking it with Stoned Ape. Like we're working together as a team. And I think that it's another business that's worth a multi-million-dollar business. You know what I mean? For sure. And it's just getting started. It is, but there's not much to talk about Monet. I guess it's a raffle site. I think a lot of people that go on there, they'll say it's the best one they've used. The whole process is awesome, and it's only going to get better. It is. But the collaboration is something cool to talk about. Stoned Ape now, we are in group chats all the time. We're talking about different ideas. We're now using their devs to build something for us, which is cool. Something they've already built. Merch store. I don't need to like make it. Ooh, what are you building? It's a merch store. So yeah, man, bullish on the future relationship that we have with Stoned Ape, and also bullish on the product Monet, the business Monet. It's good.
Yeah. And then I guess this is going to go more into updates now that we went through the background. Updates and updates and what's going on. Something that we're bringing back.
Took you a while to find that hat culture.
Yeah. I joined and there was like fucking 2 open and there's mad echo and my camera didn't work. I just had to fully shut up and down and re-fucking do it. But yeah, now we're back.
Yeah. Yeah, we've waited for you, man. We've not covered anything yet. So yeah, if you want to just go over Jelly.
Well, you're lying, because when you said, "Oh, drop him off," like, I could hear everything. I just couldn't speak.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it?
It's like, "Oh no, he's not here. Fuck it." I was like, "What? Boys, yeah, I'm here." Nah.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, good to have you back, mate.
Yeah, cheers, boys.
So Jellico, Soul Sweet, eh?
Yeah, so sweet. This is something that we brought into the mix of the Jelly ecosystem last year as well. This guy with the back end. Yeah, so this is something that we brought into the ecosystem last year. What Soul Suites is, it's a suite of utility. Things like staking, raffles. I mean, we even give marketing help, alpha, things like that. And these might not seem like groundbreaking things for your blue chip projects, but that's not what they're for. That's not who we built it for. We built these for the smaller projects, the newer projects, projects in need that don't really have the connections or the means to obtain these type of things. Um, yeah, and it's basically what is how do you word that? It's a stopgap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
it's
much.
a
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, stopgap for these projects. Yeah.
Yeah, because when a project comes into the ecosystem, more likely than not, they have a plan. They have things that they want to achieve. They have things that they're developing and building. But as we know, it takes time to do those type of things. So in the time that they launch to that development rolls out, what's keeping the community engaged? What's bringing more eyes and new investors into the project? And it's things like this. It's giving them value right here and right now. The team that we have in place for Soul Suite now is cracked. I've been in constant talks with them uh, religiously these past few days. Like the vetting process is going to be pretty intense. Like if you see a project that's launching with us or using Soul Suites, like just know that we have the utmost like highest expectations with them, and we're going to see it through with them. It's not like, hey, here's our services. Okay, fuck off. Right? It's more like, okay, you made it this far. What can we do to help you succeed? Um, yeah, and I think off of that alone, it's bullish. And this is also a nonprofit branch of Jellico, right? Like all the revenue that's being generated from Soul Suites is only gonna once again go back into the token. All the revenue we're gonna go use that, and we're gonna go buy more jelly. So all these projects, they're basically pumping the bag. So you guys should support them too.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, man. That's what like the project the product or the business that's gonna make the team money is Gambles, right? That's the one where all of us lot can get paid a decent amount of money from Gambles long term. We're not thinking short term. We're not short minded. We know that further investments required. So right now, everyone like me, I don't get paid. The guys in the team, they don't get paid what they're worth. Like they should be getting paid a lot more, but because they understand the vision, which is important to us, and that was like part of the sort of process of onboarding people onto the team is like you need to understand the vision. You need to know that it's not about the money right now. It's about the building and the future, right? And everyone agreed that that's the direction we should take it. So you can see from the giveaways that we do, like instead of paying the team what they're worth, what we prefer to do is reward the community with like mutinate raffles and all this stuff. And that's the same with all the businesses. So Gambles is the one where we're going to make our money long term, definitely, because it's millions and millions. You just saw Stake pay 150 million to Adam Ross just to move to a different platform. That's on top of his like 7-8 million he gets a month. You know what I mean? And then all the other businesses, Jelly Drop, Monet, Soul Suite, stuff that we've not talked about, that we're not announcing yet, and all this. These are all products that will make money, make shit tons of money, potentially millions, right? And those millions will go back into buying jelly. Like, there's no reason why every day we're not buying the daily emissions of jelly, especially at the current prices, man. There's no reason. Like, and I think we can, we'll get there sooner rather than later. And at that point, people will start realizing, like, this is it. This is serious. You know what I mean? And from that point as well, we're not going to stop. We're not going to go, right, that's it. We can buy jelly. We'll just keep coming up with new cool ideas, other $1 million revenue streams, and just keep building. You know, that's what it's about. We're not going to slow down. We're just gonna speed up. Even now, we're adding more people to the team, and we're not in a position where we should be doing that. Technically, like, we're not in a position where it's comfortable to add 3 or 4 more people to the team. So like from a financial aspect. But what it allows us to do is build faster, work smarter as a team, not sort of over allocate someone with like a shit ton of work. For example, like one dev working on 6 or 7 different things. They all have individual tasks. Jelly Drop devs are Jelly Drop devs. Gambles devs are Gambles devs. Monet devs, Monet devs. As you know from Soul Suite, they're now Soul Suite devs. You know what I mean? So that's how we like to operate. We don't want to have one guy going, all right, I need to do a bit on Soul Suite today, and Monet and Gambles and all this. Like, they're all separate teams that are doing their own individual tasks and building these businesses up to be huge. Even one of the ideas that we've got here, just one of the businesses that we have, is enough to generate millions. You know what I mean? Now, if we're attacking it from all these different angles, like, we don't need all of them to make millions, but if this one and this one makes $1 million a month, and then this one next month's making $1 million, and this, and then they just keep growing and growing and growing, all that money comes back into the community. It's fucking obvious, man. That's why there's no sweat right now. That, like, we're definitely, I think all the team can agree, they're all confident enough. Like, they're buying more Rascals, you know what I mean? Everyone knows the direction we're going in. It's just a matter of time. If the floor price is not an indicator of success or anything. Like, the floor price right now is just people, market movements, people getting, I don't know, just like wanting to sell for whatever reason. But internally as a team, we're looking at analytics and looking at all the stats of, right, Gambles has done almost 2 million in wager, like, in less than a month. Like, wow, you know what I mean? The devs on the casino are saying to us, we've built hundreds of casinos in the past, and yours is the best performing casino off the bat that we've ever had. There's all these different things they're saying, right? Like I say, we were smoking cigars the other day, like in success. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're doing good. Like, we're doing very, very good. So yeah, it's just a matter of time for us, man. We're in a position now where we keep building. We've got products out now that will make millions eventually. We just need to perfect those products, invest in those products. Still at this point, invest in those products, and just make them better and better.
And with all that being said, it's still crazy to think that this is just the starting leg, right? Like, we're not close to being finished. We're never going to stop building. Yeah, like we said earlier in the pod, we can create businesses on Web3 and Web2, and they're all going to succeed, right? We're not just a casino project. We're not just the loot box thing or just the art project. Like, we're all of these under the umbrella of Jellico. So, I mean, this time around next year, who knows what we're going to have under that umbrella.
Yeah, exactly, man. Who knows what's going to be under the Jelly umbrella this time next year? Like, even we don't, right? Even we didn't know maybe 3 months ago that Monet was going to be a thing, right? We didn't know it was going to be there, but an opportunity came. We pivoted and we moved in that direction and went, fuck it. We will invest a shit ton of money into that, and now it's partially ours. We can put it under our umbrella as one of our companies, you know what I mean? And it makes sense. It makes money. It does. And there's going to be a lot more acquisitions like that. There's going to be more opportunities where we see that maybe a project's run out of money, they can't fund the rest of the build that they're doing, but they've got this really cool idea. We take it. We just say, all right, here's X amount of money for the work that you've done so far. Maybe we can take a few of your devs on board, and now we'll build that product out and make it a success. What comes with all these businesses that we create as well over time is more and more reach. More and more people will see exactly what's being done. And that's one of the important things in business. Like, you could build the best thing in the world, but if no one knows about it, it's not going to be the best thing. You know what I mean? It's no one's. But we've got the reach there, and the longer we go, all our individual profiles are building up, and all the businesses are going to generate people from different avenues, walks of life, and all this different stuff. So the reach is just going to get stronger and stronger, and we could literally make whatever. You don't need to revolutionize anything. You could just build something that's already there, that's already being done, and you can make millions out of it. You just need people to see it, and we can get those people from the products that we're building now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, do we have any updates? I think we kind of meshed them together with like what's going on.
I think we've been going for like 50 minutes right now. I think this one we leave it as like there's the summary of everything that's the story so far. You know what I mean? And on the next one we can do the weekly updates. I think that's a good place to leave it.
Yeah.
Sick.
Culture, is anything you want to add? I know you just like you've been in and out, and now.
Yeah, I know, mate. No, I think like most of it's been covered. I think it's important just to hedge against the fact that like we're doing this from a D-Rug, so there's no initial money like at all. Like all of the wallets were empty. There was fucking absolutely nothing when we started this. I think that's important to understand,
agree.
and just the Solana space in general as well. Like, yeah, if you're looking at the floor price, it's probably because you want to exit. Like, otherwise, there's no need to look at the floor price. And if you look at it against the entire market, bar D-Gods and Utes, which have their own thing going on and have that cult-like following and everything else, and even they've dropped a little bit. But all of the other ones, I mean, ABC's down from 225 at top down to like 90. Everything is down across the board, and we're holding steady. Listings are steady, and that's sort of like the analytical side where we've looked at it, and we're just not stressed. Like, I know there's been the last week, Discord's been a little more opinionated than normal, I think is the best way to put it. But like, there's genuinely no need to worry, like whatsoever. We know exactly what we're doing. The sentiment's never changed. Every day we're in calls, working our fucking asses off, like the whole team, and we end up coming out finishing a day like struggling to go to sleep. So we're like, fuck, this is going to be sick. Like next thing, like bullish. Yeah, I just think like if you're worried now and you feel like, you know, for whatever personal reasons or IOL reasons you need to get out, like no one's gonna like say anything. You know, you've done your time. If you need to sell, you need to sell. But if you're just selling because of feeling scared because of the market sentiment or people saying X, Y, and Z, and you can hold and you have been, just keep holding. It's going to reward you fucking exponentially in the future. Like that's pretty much it, really. I think we've covered everything that we know we're doing. Like we've covered the story so far. Next one's going to be 6. We'll have some proper updates. We'll be another week into it, so we'll be able to give a bit of hopefully some time frames, some little bits of what's going on. But yeah, I'm excited for everything we got going on. I mean, obviously we're lucky. Like back end, we know a little bit more, but yeah, it's just fucking hell. Like the sky's the limit. Everything's loaded up, man. It's just time.
Time, that's what it is. Like good things take time, man. It's the same with like with gambles. Everyone's like, what about this, what about this? People don't realize how many eyes and how many regulations and how many people need to sign off on small things, you know what I mean? Like even UI updates, like just a small UI update takes like 3 people to go, yeah, no, that's fine, and then we can push it, you know what I mean? Solana's, it's coming. It should be out like very, very soon. But again, good things take time. We're not building stuff where somebody could come in and go, you shouldn't be doing that, and then shut it down, you know what I mean? Like these are legit businesses that will be here for forever. Like they could literally be here forever. Everything that we've done could be here forever. And that's the direction we want to take this. We don't want like lock this up so you can mint this and all this. We don't want to artificially pump a token. We want to do this sustainably with like the long-term vision in mind. That's why dogs were free. That's why all this were free. And speaking of that as well, like with the floor price, as people do like to talk about, like bear in mind we came from $1. Like Rascals were at $1. Loads of people got them at $1. The redistribution that's happening now, after that, I don't know if you saw the Discord update that Backer did, but we're seeing like a massive redistribution over this period where people that have got 5 Rascals have now got 2 Rascals and all this. That's insanely healthy for the long term, man. Like if we had the best position for a project to be in is where you have a collection size of, let's say, 10,000 and you have 10,000 holders. That's the best position to be in. So if we can get closer and closer to that by like I say, all these different ways and people redistributing and stuff like that, it's way better for the project. Like 100% it is. And with that, like we came from $1 to $2,000. These people let them make a 2000x. That's on top of the, like it's not just the 2000x. They got gamer rooms, they got dogs, they got infected rascals, they got got shitloads of jelly, right? So all of that, yeah, they got
probably a 3K. Yeah. 3K, 4KX, like on a $1 investment, like people are gonna fucking sell. Yeah. It doesn't matter how much you sit there and go, it's gonna be 10K, it's gonna be 20K, it's gonna be 100K. Like people know the future, but at the same time, like they've made an investment. If they pick some up at $1, they probably haven't picked 1 or 2. Like it doesn't matter if they're redistributing it. Like Carl said, it's fucking healthy. Just touching back on Soul being on gambles, it's not a be all and end all. Like, I know people are waiting, and obviously the people directly that we're talking to, and Rascals, were in the Solana ecosystem, so there's obviously going to be people that are adding that together. But like, it doesn't. Solana isn't a be all and end all. We're going Rollbit and Stake, not fucking Soul Casino. Like, they've only just added other things, right? Like, shooting. yeah, 100%. Like, it will come. It will come. But like with Rollbit, the most frustrating thing for me with Rollbit is, obviously, that's what I used to play on because it has Solana. Like Stake doesn't, right? That's why I played on it. So I get the narrative, but at the same time, when I go to depot and then fucking Solana's down, like on Rollbit, but I can move stuff between wallets, sell NFTs, fucking buy NFTs. Solana isn't down; it's their back end, and it's important to understand that like everything we do, we're doing it to the best of our physical ability. So that's why Solana isn't instantly added, because once it's on there, like we don't want it to go down constantly like you get on Rollbit. We want it to be on there and it's fucking stable, and every time you go to depot Sol or withdraw Sol, you can do it without any problems.
Yeah.
So I think like it's important, just a couple of points, like it's not the be all and end all of what we're doing long term, and when it is on there, it'll be on there fucking properly. So just if you stay in liquid because you want to go and have a gamba, just keep staying liquid. Like it's going to be soon, but it isn't going to make or break the casino in any way, shape, or fucking form. Like we're going, you know, as everyone knows, we're going for the big boys, not the guys that are middle and now released an NFT collection because they think it's cool.
I don't know if I told you this, right? I said it in a space. I don't know if he was there, but the casino that we're working with, the providers that we're working with, they have never used Solana before. So now they're building Solana. We've paid them to build Solana. They work with hundreds of different casinos. And if any of those casinos want to use Solana, they have to pay a registration fee. And we get a percentage of that registration fee because it's our code, it's our tool, you know what I mean? Which is pretty cool. So
That's sick.
Yeah. So that will come back into the project as well, which is cool. And I imagine a lot of the casinos, I mean, why not, eh? If here's another currency, do you want to use it? Yep, there you go. Just have to pay X amount. I guess they won't want jelly. They might not want jelly.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That's a long-term goal, eh? That'll be sick. That's a long-term one. Other
Like,
casinos want to use jelly as like a, you know, as a Solana or a Litecoin or a TRX or whatever it is, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I just think like, you know, the recap's sick, like the journey we've been on so far, but like it's been a year, and I think like when we say we're just getting started, it's still as true today as it was the 1st of March fucking a year ago. Like we are just getting started. All we've done is dig out like all the fucking groundworks and laid some foundations, and now we're gonna spend the next time just building and reworking and building and reworking until we have everything fucking perfect.
Yep. That's it, mate. That's it. I don't know if anyone else wants to go on, Jack.
No, I can only echo what Culture said, really.
Oh yeah,
It's just-
that's like
yeah.
That's what I hear. I hear. Yeah. It's oh yeah.
It's going to be a huge year, man. 2023 is going to be huge. And I'm honestly just a little bit impatient. I just wish we could fast forward 12 months and see where the company's at. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be insane. We're going to have gambles generating, as you say, 30 millions per week. I fully believe Jellydrop is going to be the degen hub for Solana. So Jellydrop's going to be generating a shit ton of money, and it's going to be so fun to play on as well. You know what I mean? And it's just cosmetics. I can't wait to see what cosmetics are there by the end of 2023. I'm sure there's going to be some insane ones because there've already been some insane ones released. You know what I mean? Like the Spider-Man is iconic, and Tupac as well, things like that. But because it's going to be seasonal, right? When summer comes and there's different trends happening, you know, global trends on TikTok, we're just going to add in, like, if there's any, you know, the way that happens, like with Fortnite, you scroll the shit and they just add shit in. So it's going to be seasonal, whatever it happens. Like obviously there's going to be winter ones that we've added, and then like some ones it's going to be sick, man. I'm just as I say, I'm just a little bit impatient. I just wish we could fast forward like 6 months and see where we're at. But
yeah,
remember we said that 6 months ago to be where we're at now, though.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We'll always be saying it, man.
We undersold it though. Like we do with everything, we undervalue what we do. Like, do you know what I mean? Like 6 months ago, we were like, "Oh, it'd be well cool if we could do this," and now we've done that plus like fucking 100 other things. That we're all absolutely whopping. Do you know what I mean? It's just, you know, we just never stop, and I think like that's that echoes that, right? Like we have this one idea, and then it just branches another 3 ideas, and then like we go and execute or start putting the groundworks in for that. And while we're doing that, we're like, "Oh, wouldn't it be sick if we could do this?" And we're like, "Fuck it, let's have a look." And then all of a sudden, like that starts generating, and this, you know, I know sometimes people think we're worried that we spread ourselves too thin, but like they have no idea how organized and professional the back end setup is. Just because everything front end, you know, is professional, we make sure it all comes across really well, which does. Like we have the same ethos at the back end. Like everyone knows what they're doing, everyone's organized. Like, yeah, it's just gonna be an exciting fucking year, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. But yeah, we've just touched an hour right now, so I think that's a good time to wrap up, eh? I don't know, Liku, if we've all had final words apart from you, mate. So take it away.
I know. They're gonna hate me this bitch.
All right, that's it. Yeah. See you all next week.
Peace.